Severe thunderstorm watches from Texas over to the Florida Panhandle. When you have a watch, and I hate to hear Maria say that they were caught off guard because we've been talking about this for days, know that you have to take it seriously. We've had more than 800 severe storm reports across the nation in just the last 3 days. So this front and this jet stream, it has shown us what it can do. Know that it'll do it again today. We're in El Nino. It's a very unique pattern for south of the United States to have that much action at this time of the year. That big high with the excessive heat in Texas. Today, look for tornadoes and damaging wind right there in the high plains from Little Rock down to the Florida Panhandle. Michael?
And more smoke is headed our way from Canada?
Yes, and so with that subtropical jet stream that's so active so far south, watch this. That thing stays far south and it allows the smoke and the air to come here. This is New York City this morning on our Earth Cam. It's hazy. It's not going to be anything like it was last week, but we will start seeing it aloft, as they have in parts of Minnesota, some of the worst air quality this week in the nation, or in the world, down into eastern Iowa today, Tulsa too. But here's what happens. That jet stays there, that low sticks around, it rotates counterclockwise, it brings smoke, especially high, but some of it at the surface, all the way down to South Carolina and Alabama. Or I'm sorry, so Georgia. Michael?
As you said, a lot of unusual things happening in weather.
Yes, El Nino is taking its toll.
Yes, it is. Thank you so much, Ginger. George?
This stacked heat dome. Galveston, Texas should give 126 is what it'll feel like. Laredo, 115. If you take that broad picture and say this has got to end at some point, well, because of that El Nino pattern and how this high pressure system is kind of stuck, it's not till next Tuesday, Wednesday-ish when this starts to break down. So Houston all the way through Monday feeling like 111. Dallas, you're right up there too at 110. But don't forget this goes through Biloxi, Mobile. A lot of folks are super hot. Your local weather in just 30 seconds. Not just Texas to Louisiana dropping records today. They'll be doing it in South Florida, feeling like they're over 100, up to 105 feels like in Fort Myers. Climate Matters, this group that puts out the Climate Shift Index, says that much of this heat in Texas 5 times more likely thanks to human-induced climate change. So coming up here on GMA, the new study on breastfeeding and how dads can make a difference in getting more moms to do it. And our Father's Day surprise for one very deserving dad. He's a retired teacher too, going above and beyond for his family and community. Stick around. That tornado watch that we had in Texas and Oklahoma ahead of those tornadoes, they were also warning about DVD-sized hail. Everybody had a good time with that because they thought, well, who's going to remember how big a DVD? That's how big a DVD is, in case anybody did not grow up with them or was pre-2002. So we did see huge hailstones in much of Texas, Oklahoma, and we're going to see more of that action along that super active subtropical jet today. Those are the 2 pockets. So if you're anywhere from Little Rock down to the Florida Panhandle, we also have some in the mid-Atlantic expected. Damaging wind, the main threat. That's the big picture. Let's get a check now a little closer to home. Well then, Michael, okay, we'll have to get a fresh one. So Reno, Nevada, let me tell you about this. We are well into the month of June, and it means that we're in the height of grass pollen season for most of the nation. This segment is sponsored by Zyrtec, and I want you to check out this video from Reno. It looks like a thunderstorm's moving through, but so that's where you have the very high, anywhere from Missouri over to North Carolina, down in the desert southwest up to Seattle. Your local news coming up right now. Let's get a check a little closer to home.
And you can tune in the new 2020 tonight as well.
Everybody have a great Father's Day and a great weekend. Thanks for watching.